Hello everyone, welcome to the IAS Mentor Ancient History series. Let us see the religious life of Mahajanapada period. You follow this video very carefully because many questions in prelims used to connect to this topic, that is the religious life of Mahajanapada period. One more reason is, apart from Vedic tradition, many new ideas emerged during this time period. That is the reason UPSC focuses more on this particular element. Buddhism, Jainism are two important religious ideas which emerged during Mahajanapada time period. Let us analyze what are the circumstances, what are the factors for the rise of these ideas. It is also important mains question also. The question is, during Mahajanapada time period, what are the factors for the rise of new ideas? Let us try to analyze. Identify this one. If we see this, this is what? Early Vedic time period. In early Vedic time period, what is the religion? In this region, do you remember? Gods and goddesses. Important god was Indra. Other gods like Agni, Varuna. Nature worship. The nature of the religion is nature worship. They performed yajnas and offered various food items to the god through Agni. Nature worship and yajna. This is, what is the period? Rig Veda. Time period 1500 BC to 1000 BC. Now connect the same dot. The moment you go to the next time period, all these elements will continue. Before Rig Veda, what was the beliefs of the people? You remember? Before Rig Veda, Harappans were there. Indus Valley Civilization. Indus Valley Civilization had its own religious life. Proto-Shiva, for example. Mother Goddess. Various worships in the form of animals, birds, snakes, like that. That also is continuing now. New elements also now entered. Both will continue to the next period. What is the next period? Next period is later Vedic time period. The focus of later Vedic period goes to Gangetic Valley. Does it mean here there were no people? No. People were continuing here. People were there. People were there. Continuously people were there. What we call Neolithic and Chalcolithic people. When it comes to Gangetic Valley of this time period, 1500, here 1500 BC to 1000 BC, Rig Veda emerged, and in this case, other Vedas emerged. New religious belief ideas, old one continuing, and new one like Prajapati, Vishnu, Rudra. The previous Rigvedic gods became lesser gods. They became Dikpalakas. Now, new gods became very supreme. And now, to satisfy the gods, people started performing sacrifices. More and more sacrifices. So this is where the crux is about to emerge now. What are the factors for the rise of new ideas like Buddhism, Jainism in Mahajanapada time period? We are in later Vedic time period. Mahajanapada period will come later. During later Vedic time period, what is the situation? Many sacrifices were taking place. These sacrifices requires animals to be given to the gods. That means animal sacrifices. Lot of violence. And who are performing these animal sacrifices? The priestly class. Priestly class was performing these sacrifices. What is the reason? The reason behind sacrifices will vary from the person to person, profession to profession. If the person who is patronizing this sacrifice, a ruler, what is the requirement of ruler? A ruler wants to rule as much territory as possible. To showcase the strength of the ruler, they used to perform grand sacrifices. That means large scale animal sacrifices will take place. Number of animals more means then they believe the faster the boon comes from the gods. A ruler requires large territory, bigger sacrifice. That's why to showcase the power of the rulers, what kind of sacrifices? Ashwamedha sacrifice, for example, likewise sacrifices were taking place. If the person is a agriculture person or peasant, peasants also used to perform these sacrifices with the help of priestly class. Again, what is the requirement of peasants means what? Rainfall should be there. The crop should come properly without getting destroyed in natural calamities. Productivity should increase. The income of the peasant should increase. The requirement is changing. If the person is a potter, then a potter, what is the requirement of potter? So that a potter wants more income. A chariot maker wants more income. A trader or merchant, what they want? Merchants and trader wants more business, more profits. Depending on the person's requirement, the sacrifices also will change. That is why so many sacrificial formula emerged. Formulae, that means a lot of formulas emerged during this time period. Depending on the requirement of the client, the priestly class designed such kind of sacrifices. Now, what is the basis of these sacrifices? They take Vedas, but within Vedic tradition, some people did not like these sacrifices. Some people questioned these sacrifices by saying that it is not required to satisfy the gods to perform these sacrifices. You have to realize what really God means. They completely started giving a new kind of meaning to the God. That is where new philosophical ideas also emerged. Those philosophical ideas we call Upanishads. That also emerged during this time period only. Now you see this Upanishadic thought, one of the reasons behind the Upanishadic thought is the questioning of these sacrifices. But again, if you are there in a society, different people have different ideas. Some people are following sacrifices, some people are following peaceful path like a peace philosophical path, Jnana marg. This is the circumstance. Now we are entering into Mahajanapada period. The Mahajanapada period means the tradition will continue there also. Some individuals who questioned these sacrifices very severely, very strongly, so that masses get attracted towards such personalities. Two important personalities are Siddhartha Gautama, we call Buddha. Another one is Vardhaman Mahavir. They continuously disregarded the requirement of sacrifices. They told non-violence. Truth and non-violence are the two fundamental ways to realize the God and to live a happy life. All these, whether a peasant is sacrificing or a potter is sacrificing or an artisan is giving sacrificing, a trader merchant is performing sacrifices, a ruler is performing sacrifice. Ultimately, what is the requirement? They want to be happy. Now, new leaders started giving new meaning to the life, new methods to lead a life. That is where Mahajanapada time period is very, very special in our history. Next element, that is Mahajanapada time period. Now, do you see Mahajanapada time period, how many cities emerged? This is also the second urbanization. Second, urbanization. Many cities emerged. Archaeological evidence, NBPW, Northern Black Polished Ware, a glossy pottery, that itself is an indication of the progress, economic progress that took place during this time period. Various kingdoms emerged. These are various kingdoms, Mahajanapadas, 16 Mahajanapadas. Every kingdom wanted to expand, 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 expand. Out of this expansion, there were continuous conflicts among these countries or kingdoms. Today we are calling countries, in those times they are called kingdoms. These kingdoms used to continuously fight. When they are fighting, what is happening? Continuously here law and order issue will come. When there is wars and battles, now today also we can see. If Israel Qatar issue going on, Israel Palestine issue going on, now entire region disturbed. If Ukraine and Russian war is going on, then entire trade get disrupted. If India Pakistan war happens, trade get disturbed, everything, economic activities get disturbed. Whereas during this time period, all these areas got connected with new communication means, Uttarapada and Dakshinapada. The merchants want to move peacefully all across these kingdoms without worrying about their life safety. For that, you require peaceful relationship among all these kingdoms. Then only traders and merchants can pass all these way. Even today also, if India, Pakistan have friendly relationship, traders can go here and Pakistan traders come here without worrying about their safety. But today, Indian traders cannot trade with Pakistan, suspicion. And Pakistan traders cannot easily interact with Indian traders because of the conflict. Same thing in those times also, if there is peaceful relationship, then relations will improve. Traders can move, they can earn more money, and also people also get connected through this. What is happening here? Society requirements are changing. When it comes to early Vedic time period, that is a tribal society. According to that tribal society, they developed certain religious beliefs. Now, Mahajanapada time period is urban society. According to that, requirements of the people also change. When requirements change, then it is going to affect the religious beliefs as well. This is whatever I have explained so far is mains question. Explain the factors behind the rise of various religious ideas during Mahajanapada time period. Let us write one by one. So far, I hope you are very clear. By 6th century BCE, whatever ideas that were there in before this time period continuing, but the requirement of the society changed. Accordingly, it is giving chance to new ideas. Identify this one. This is Rig Veda. In this place, other Vedas emerged. In this particular area, Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivika, Lokayata, different ideas emerged. In 6th century BCE, these ideas gradually became very, very popular. What are the ideas? Before this, in later Vedic time period, Brahmanical tradition. In early Vedic time period, Rig Vedic tradition, we call Rig Vedic tradition. What about the people who are following other religious ideas? Tribal religions, tribal ideas, simply Neolithic, Chalcolithic people ideas. This is the scenario in Mahajanapada time period. Rig Vedic tradition, Brahmanical tradition, combinedly we call Vedic tradition. You can call either Brahmanical tradition or Vedic tradition. But within Brahmanical tradition, some strongly believe in sacrifices, some strongly condemn sacrifices. So within this, some support sacrifices and some don't. That's why it should be very clear in understanding that it's not that the entire Vedic tradition is supporting this. It's not that every Brahmana is supporting sacrifices. People are questioning in that Brahmanical tradition itself that they were criticizing the necessity of this. They don't want these sacrifices. Now why? Why these ideas? Within Brahmanical tradition, that is called Upanishadic thought. By 600 BC itself it emerged. Now behind these new ideas, they realize the inspiration behind these ideas also Upanishadic thought. These Upanishadic thought through small stories like parables, they are called parables, small stories. This year question also. Through parables, they used to explain that the universe is different. Universe has a single starting point called Brahman. This Brahman is divided into multiple elements called Atma, and the individual, each and every person is a representation of this Brahman. After the death, every Atman will reach the Brahman, ultimate reality. Entire universe is the reflection of this small starting point, that is Brahman. That kind of philosophical ideas emerged in this thought process. Now these people started applying these philosophies to the real life. That is where these ideas became very popular. They started applying these ideas to the real life in this manner. First of all, let us see what are the factors. What are the factors? This itself is a mains question. Behind the rise of these many ideas. These ideas are called non-Vedic ideas, or not orthodox ideas, or heterodox. So what are the two types of ideas? Two types of ideas. One is orthodox, another one is heterodox. Orthodox means whatever is continuously coming, that is Vedic thought. That means Vedas, four Vedas are foundation for this religion. Orthodox idea. Heterodox means they do not consider Vedas or fundamental to understand God and religion. Whereas this side, if you want to really understand what is this religious idea means, you have to know about Vedas. That is one stream of thought in society. Other stream of thought is you don't require Vedas because Vedic knowledge is not accessible to all people. Common people don't have even access to Vedas. Particularly Shudras and women are not given access to Vedas. All Vaishyas also do not study Vedas. Now, how, if they don't know, how they will know about what is the concept of God, what is the concept of life? These people started saying that you don't require to know Vedas. Without knowing Vedas also, you can lead a very good religious life. That is why those who do not consider Vedas are fundamental, they are called heterodox. Those who consider Vedas are fundamental, they are called orthodox. Very important element, very important term, orthodox and heterodox. So far what we have learned, different ideas, Vedic idea, or you call Rigvedic idea or Brahmanical tradition. Within Vedic thought, some support sacrifices, some do not support. The people who do not support this explained in the form of Upanishads. This is also called Upanishadic thought. They are against sacrifices. Some people started questioning the Vedas themselves, and they started giving a new interpretation to life without having requirement of knowledge about Vedas. They are called heterodox ideas or heterodox religions. What are those heterodox religions means? These are various: Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivika, Lokayata. Buddhism is founded by Siddhartha Gautama, prelims question. Jainism, Rishabhanada. There is another great personality in Jainism, Vardhaman Mahavir. Vardhaman Mahavir belonged to Mahajanapada time period, but he is the 24th teacher of Mahajanapada time period. When it comes to the founder, his name is Rishabhanada. Long ago he established. By the time Mahajanapada time period came, Vardhaman Mahavira popularized Jainism very well. Ajivika, Makkali Goshala. Makkali Goshala was the person who started this idea. Lokayata, founded by Charvaka. This is the philosophy. Now, as a result, what happened? Different type of ideas emerge. These are called heterodox. When it comes to prelims also, you will get which of the following is a heterodox idea, which of the following is non-orthodox idea. You have to remember this. And the founder also, Makkale Goshala, for example, Ajivika sect. Let us go to the factors. Factors, just a summary of whatever we have understood in the socio-economic conditions. Now, this is the country connected with various places. This is called Uttarapada. This is called Dakshinapada. So many trading activities. The main crux of this video is to understand these factors only. Because Buddhism, Jainism, those things, again we have to discuss, they require a separate time. But here the main focus of this particular video is this only, understanding this. It's a very important mains question also. So many trading activities. And what about all these areas? Many towns. This is also known as in our history, second urbanization. Second urbanization, many towns, many trading activities. Due to iron technology, ploughing activities increased, agriculture increased, productivity increased due to fertile soil. As a result, wealth created. If fertile soil is there, if agriculture technology improved, if agriculture productivity is more, wealth is going to be created. Now, it is going to improve artisan activities. Now, artisans also become rich. Now, it is going to further strengthen traders or merchants. And now, during this time period only, punch-marked coins also given exchange mechanism. It becomes even more easier for the people to exchange. That is why now this wealth is in the form of punch-marked coins. They are paying the taxes. And even kingdoms also becoming, rulers also became rich. In this way, economic situation gradually got strengthened during Mahajanapada time period. As a result, traders became rich, some artisans became rich, some agriculture people became rich. Now, these rich people, money is there. Now, they accumulated their wealth in the form of punch-marked coins. Some of them have the lands. They have the wealth. But when it comes to the social status in the existing Brahmanical tradition, the idea is like this: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Suppose if there is an artisan, Vaishya, he has some amount of money in the form of punch marked coins. But when it comes to the status, that is not first or second, that is third one. In some cases, Shudras, they were producing, they were having some kind of land holding also. But when it comes to their social status, that is given as the fourth one. Now, what is the rationale? Why this society is divided like this means Brahmanical texts are saying that this is not the human creation, this is the God's creation. Identify this. Now, this is the God's creation. This is where religion is coming. Now they require some kind of ideology which is going to now attack this system itself. Then people are going to attract towards that particular new idea. What are the factors? Economic factors are you identifying? Economic factors: agriculture improved, artisan improved, trading activities improved, punch marked coins came, second urbanization. All these created wealth in the society. Some people became rich. Whereas social factor is, even though some people are rich, but their social status is either third one or the fourth one. Now they require an ideology which is going to give at least equal status in the society. So what is the social requirement? Social equality. Getting this? So one of the requirement of the society of this time period, social equality. Wealth creation. Next one. When it comes to the wealthy society, you will find two types of people: wealthy section and poor section. Anywhere, if India is a 4 trillion economy, 5 trillion economy means there will be ultra rich some people, ultra poor. In Mahajanapada time period, wealthy, poor. Now when it comes to wealthy people, they accumulation of property. On the other hand, they are living in poverty. And they are living in luxurious life and even not even basic necessities. Food, house, even that is also not available to some section of the people. Whereas some section people are living like this. They are living in very comfortable, ultra comfortable life. Accumulation of the wealth. Now the moment it comes, this creates greed to accumulate more. On the other hand, there will be anger that some people are like this. If you take in recent events of Nepal, one of the core reasons behind the chaos of Nepal, this only. Majority of this section like this and this. And a very interesting element, Buddha is going to take birth in Nepal only. Wherever Buddha taken birth, Lumbini, that is in present day Nepal only. Identify this. This is how. Now greed, this side, anger will come. Now the moment here, now you will see violence. And here also violence will take place. That is where now the new leaders are going to take the ideas from this social status only. Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivaka, Charvaka, they are going to say like distribution of wealth, equal treatment. Do not consider about gods and all. You are living in this life. Live a comfortable life as long as you are living. This is one. One more tradition. Some people who were rejecting this kind of idea, they were leaving this society and entering into forest. The tradition is called Shramana tradition. Economic factors, social factors. Now, existing religious factors, sacrifices. These are all the factors behind the rise of new ideas. They are called heterodox ideas. Examples: Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivaka, Charvaka. Some people who do not like this kind of wealth display, utter display of wealth, they entered into directly the fourth ashram. How many ashramas are there? 4 ashramas. What are the 4 ashramas? Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasin. Some people renunciation. Some people left their wealth, they felt this is nothing and they became sannyasin. They started becoming a very simple, leading life. They are called Shramanas. Another factor for the rise of new idea is the idea of 4 ashrams and the idea of renunciation. Now, as I said, in Brahmanical tradition itself, they were questioning. Those people will question. When it comes to wealthy people, they can do many sacrifices. But what about this? Not able to do, because it requires wealth and they are hardly able to live. How they can give or donate to the priestly class or allocate the resources for the sacrifices to satisfy the gods? That is why they are not able to do these sacrifices, whereas wealthy people are continuously displaying various sacrifices. Now, this is where this is one kind of society. Already within the even rich people also, some people did not like that life and they entered into sannyasi life. Simple wanderers. Shramanas, wanderers, sannyasin stage. In some case, even kings, princes also. Princes also, they were not happy about this state of life. While some people are enjoying like this, but some people are doing like this. And they felt that then what is the meaning of this life? What is the meaning of the person who is taking birth in this life? Whether to lead a luxurious life? If that is the case, why all people are not able to do this? And what is the reason behind this? They started giving a new idea that the real life is not to perform the sacrifices, not to live in luxurious life, but to live a very simple life. So they are giving a new meaning to the life. Life means even with the simple means also you can live. That kind of thought process also emerged. Some people even renounced whatever they have, like Princess Siddhartha Gautama is a prince. He left everything and he became sannyasin. Whatever he gave the ideas, that later is going to become Buddhism. Already Jainism idea is there. Vardhaman Mahavir is also a prince. He left the palace and again after getting enlightenment, he felt that the real meaning of life is not whatever we are displaying in the life with a luxurious lifestyle, but a very pure, simple moral life. So now they are converting the social values from the God to the human conduct. So they started giving new meaning to the life and they started giving new rules to human conduct. Some of the principles like truth, non-violence, no accumulation of property, brahmacharya, non-possession, no greed. Now these are the fundamental philosophies of Buddhism and Jainism. Now, do you see? There is a question also. Buddhism, Jainism are a reaction to the existing socio-economic conditions of Mahajanapada time period. Explain. You have to write this one. Another one. Buddhism, Jainism are a kind of socio-religious reform. Socio-religious reform. This is the reason. Could you see? When society is becoming violent, they are giving non-violent is the life. This is what they wanted, moral conduct, moral life. If you live a life like this, then they started giving the meaning to the life, that liberation, rebirth, karma. These were the concepts that were there in Upanishadic thought itself. And they started giving, if you do some kind of karma, Brahmanical tradition says you have to perform sacrifices. The more you sacrifice, then you will become liberated from this life and death cycle. Sacrifices. When it comes to Upanishadic thought, they told you just identify the meaning of life, automatically you will become liberated from this life and death cycle. Otherwise, you will continuously take rebirth. This rebirth will take place from life to life in the form of soul, continuously moving from one body to the other part in this kind of soul. Now, when it comes to Brahmanical tradition, sacrifices are required to become liberated, also called moksha. If you want to become free from this life and death cycle and liberate, Brahmanical text says that you have to perform more sacrifices. Upanishadic thought says you don't require sacrifices, just you know that there is Brahman and this Atman is going to just merge with that. If you realize this truth, if you know this Gyan, then you will get liberated. This is orthodox philosophy. When it comes to unorthodox, they started telling that you live a pure life or good conduct. Good conduct means you donate, don't accumulate, tell the truth, do not perform violence, treat everyone equally. That is what. You don't require sacrifices to become liberated from this life and death cycle. If you do this conduct in your life, automatically you will also get liberation. Do you see why Buddhism, Jainism, these things are a reflection of socio-religious reform in this only? The society is likewise and they are giving new meaning to the society. That's where Buddha has given meaning like this. Vardhaman Mahavira gave meaning to this life in this format. Some people were telling that you don't require all these sacrifices. You don't require very sannyasin here. These people are saying that you have to live very austere life. That means very critical life without enjoying. Some people started telling that you don't require this to realize the God or to liberate yourself. This life is very precious. You enjoy when you are living here. That is Lokayata philosophy. So likewise, different set of people started giving different meaning. Buddha, he gave eightfold path. When it comes to Jainism, 5 O's, 5 principles. If you follow these eightfold path, you will get liberated. If you follow this, you will get liberated. Ajivika told you cannot do anything. Predetermined. Everything is decided by something called niyati. There is already predetermined everything. If you are born as a poor person, that is already determined. If you are a wealthy person, means already decided. One kind of thought. Lokayata. they started telling that enjoy the materialistic life, that is liberation. In this way, now here no one requires you to know Vedas. Vedas are not required to understand this life. They are called orthodox, unorthodox, or heterodox. Second, urbanization, lot of wealth. One philosophy is enjoy this materialistic life in this life. Don't worry about sacrifices, don't worry about liberation and all. Some people, one person told, Ajivika Makkali Goshala, he told everything predetermined, we cannot do anything, just you have to pass through stage by stage from birth to death. When it comes to Jainism, if you follow these 5 principles, example, like truth, non-violence, if you follow this path, you will get liberated. They are telling no wars, truth, non-violence, no accumulation of property, start sharing, distributing, respecting women, respecting Shudras, respecting every form of life. That is where, when they started telling about this, who are going to get attracted towards these kind of ideas? The people who are given 3rd status, 4th status, merchants and Shudras, who are not given importance in the Brahmanical tradition, are going to attract towards this path, because they are saying it's nothing, everything determined by God, according to Buddhism, Jainism. That's why more and more people started following this one. They also got a royal patronage in Magadha region. That's why they also became gradually popular. They also started teaching, you don't require Vedas, you don't not required Sanskrit to learn. You just, if you know Pali, that is enough to understand this life. If you know Prakrit, that is enough to understand the meaning of life. Common language attracted people. In this way, they have given new meaning to the life. They started getting so many followers over a period of time. They gained a lot of importance in Indian life. So here we have discussed what are the main factors behind the rise of unorthodox or heterodox ideas. This is the circumstance in which new ideas emerged during Mahajanapada time period. So various religious beliefs means Brahmanical tradition, Upanishadic thought, Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivaka, Charvaka. Some are orthodox, some are heterodox. I will show you one question. You please answer this question. Write the answer in the comment box. See this. Who was the founder of the Ajivaka sect? An ancient Indian heterodox school. Identify this. Heterodox school, known for its doctrine of absolute determinism, Niyati. Gautam Buddha, Mahavira, Makkali Goshala, Purana, Kashyapa. Answer this question. So this is what? Various religions during Mahajanapada period. With this, we will end this. We'll end this particular topic, that is the religious life of Mahajanapada time period. Alright. We will meet in the next video with the next topic, that is art and culture. Thank you very much.